Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yossy Fer Nando, and I would like to present my analysis in the Batman 2022 movie. The list that will be talked in this presentation are background, short summary, and analysis. The first one is background. The Batman is a 2022 American superhero film based on the DC Comics character Batman, produced by DC Films, Six and Idaho and Dylan Clark Production, and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures. It is a reboot of the Batman film franchise. The film was directed by Matt Reeves, who wrote the screenplay with Peter Craig. It stars with Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne or Batman, alongside with Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, Jeffrey Wright, John Turturro, Peter Sarsgaard, Andy Serkis, and Colin Farrell. The film sees Batman, who has been fighting crime in Gotham City for 2 years, uncover corruption while pursuing the riddle Dano, a serial killer who targets Gotham's elite. The Batman 2022 also win many awards such as in Saturn Award, Best Director and Costume, ACCEC Awards, Favorite Movie and Movie Actor, Atlanta Film Critics Circle, Best Original Score, and many more, which make this movie, in my opinion and my friend Muhammad David's opinion, the best 2022 movie. The next is short summary. The Batman is a story of a billionaire and detective, Bruce Wayne or Batman, played by Robert Pattinson, who investigates the death case of big or important people from the government in Gotham caused by the main villain, namely the Riddle. In investigating the cases, Batman, alongside with his police partner and Alfred, gets many challenges and problems from the villains other than Riddle, such as Penguin. Batman is charged with investigating the city's hidden corruption and questions his family's involvement. In the end, the villains were defeated and captured. For analysis, the first one is in opening scene. In opening scene, the blurry and eagle eye come from the riddle give us audience experience what the villain sees, which is analyzing the situation. The technique is used in this scene gave us views as a villain that would do some crime and murder. Why is it in blurry camera? Because it came from villain eyes, which is covered with Google. The camera used eagle eye technique is to show the audience that the riddle is in above a building, monitoring his target murder. And the second one is the camera upside down. So actually this scene is my favorite in the whole movie, because in this view we are watching the Batman who approaches the camera, and it is approaching the Penguin, one of the Batman's villain. Alongside with fire and rain, when the Batman walks, it creates a goosebump to the audience of how badass the Batman is, because in this view it's focused on Batman walking to the Penguin. And the last is the reason why the tone of this movie is dark. So basically every Batman movie is in the dark tone because of DC want this. But let's give a try to in this analysis. First, Batman has a psychological issues related to the death of his parent, such as motivates regarding revenge versus justice, the role of fear in his persona as used against criminals, and a somewhat pessimistic worldview. So by using the dark tone, it is very suitable with what Batman has experienced. Second, it comes down to the aesthetic and technology. Also, the setting of the time in this movie is mostly night and in Halloween festival. So yeah, dark tone is the choice. And the last is my critiques towards some scene in the Batman movie. The first one is the way the villain wrapped his target using a tape and a pack of paper to cover the damage he did in his body. It seems ridiculous and yet disturbing. The way the Riddler, the villain, just uses blood to write in the tape of his head. His head is pretty scary. Second is the way when the Riddler used some child's paper or letter to give a clue to the Batman, which is ridiculous because what on earth a grown man villain used child's letter to do his action? But it is also disturbing the way he uses child's letter. Next is when the camera shoots Batman and Alfred through car reflection. Both of them looks goofy and white, just like white meme. It's funny though. And the last is the way they put foreshadow in the movie. For example, this lady, there's a cat near her is actually her identity of her nickname superhero, which is Catwoman, who also Batman's partner. But in this movie, the superhero is not yet introduced or shown. That's all my analysis. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'm so sorry for the wrong, and yeah, that's all. Thank you.